Hey everybody, I'm back after a little bit of a hiatus. I know last you guys knew I was going to the doubleheader for CZW and WSU. I did go. I will have a review on that. Just going to have to wait a little bit. I actually have ordered the iPay-per-views of them, so this way I can rewatch them, so this way I can give you a better review of the show than what I can right now. However, I do have a review for you. Even though I didn't do a preview of it, I have reviews for WSU's United and CZW's New Heights. So, we're going to start off with WSU's United. So, the show opened up. Nia was in the ring, talking about everything, running her mouth, yada yada. Yes, Nia is back. Funny story, which I'll get into when I do the review for Queen and King, is my father and I, yes, my father, my now currently ex-girlfriend and I broke up. We broke up for a little bit around that time too, so my dad went with me, so this way the tickets didn't go to waste. But that's a story for a different channel. So anyway, so Nia opened up, started talking her normal shit, everything like that. Then next thing you know, out comes Nevaeh. I honestly have a feeling time's going to go on a little bit, and they're going to put that Spirit title on Nevaeh. Which would be awesome. I think Nevaeh deserves one of the titles. And then with the fact of her getting the Spirit title, that should definitely catapult her into possibly going for the World Championship, which, a little bit of a spoiler, since I am doing this before the Queen and King review, currently is Lufisto. So, you know, we have to go that way. So, as we go on now, we get our first match, as we have the Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone, versus Jessie K. Great match. Jules Malone was in the Queen and King tournament. She was actually tagged up with Danny Havoc. She's definitely learned a lot now from the Nation of Intoxication. It's definitely cool. Great match. Jules won 531. So, you know, definitely can't, you know, knock her. I definitely hope WSU keeps her around right now. She's definitely someone who I think if they ever decide to fully bring back a hardcore division, or start a hardcore deathmatch, ultra-violent, whatever you want to call it, kind of division in WSU, she would be perfect for it. Because, like I said, she's been spending a lot of time with the Nation of Intoxication. All three of them are deathmatch guys. So, we now go on to match 2. Hanaya the Huntress versus the Portugal's perfect athlete, Shauna. Another match, not bad. Shauna actually came out wearing a Brazil outfit, even though Brazil was knocked out of the World Cup. So why she was doing that, I have absolutely no clue. I mean, I understand why, you know, Portuguese is the main language of Brazil, but even still, I'm sitting there like, really? And then, like I said, another good match. You're going to hear me say that a lot, because in all reality, you know, WSU does put on a lot of great matches. Shauna did win, though, at 10:39. Hard-hitting mattress. For anybody who doesn't know Hanaya, I actually found this out, is formerly known as Saturine from Chikara. I'll go on a little rant about this another time from a lot of the stuff I've heard. But let's just say it's something that involves her former trainer. If the rumors are true, I'm not saying they are. But if they are, I've lost a lot of respect for her former trainer. So, we now go on to match 3. Jenny Rose, okay, at Queen and King, Jenny Rose challenged any Joshi legend to show up at this show. And, well, she got one. She ended up getting... now, I've never gotten to see this girl live, obviously. Like, she wasn't at Joshi Mania when I went. However, you know, still a great Joshi wrestler. Basically, I'm talking about, and now, okay, before I do go into that, you know, yeah, I definitely had some hopes on who it was going to be. Honestly, I was kind of putting my money on either Manami Toyota, Aja Kong, Mayumi Ozuka, or Ozaki, I should say, from the Oz promotion. You know, because I've seen her in, you know, I've now gotten to see her at Joshi Mania, and then I got to see one of the next behind LuFisto, Mickey Knuckles at the second Queen of the Deathmatch tournament. Basically, this was the second greatest women's deathmatch I've ever seen, in Mickey Knuckles versus Ozaki for the first Queen of the Deathmatch championship. But so yes, so it ended up being Jenny Rose versus the Joshi legend Mima Shimoda. Oh wow! Personally, I think they cut this match too short. You know, really, I do. I think they could have let them go a little longer, but you know, they didn't, so it's their loss. Jenny Rose ended up winning the match at 9:53. You know, personally, I would have cut the Hanaya-Shana match a little bit more short, and like I said, given Jenny Rose and Shimoda more time. Now, after that, out comes to the ring the fired Jessica Havoc. Personally, I have some personal issues against Jessica. You know, because of her, someone who I consider a friend. I don't know if she looks at me as a friend or just as a mark, but someone who I consider a friend. Because of her, she actually ended up ruining a marriage. So, you know, I kind of have mixed feelings about it. But Jessica Havoc took on the returning Mia Yim, or to quote my one friend, Monster Mac, Mia Yum Yum. That one was for you, Mac. Jessica Havoc ended up winning at 8:14. Again, and it was an uncensored rules match to boot, but, you know, it was... I'm not going to say it was the sleeper match of the night, but it was just one of those matches where it was like, So, then we go into... Then they gave intermission. after that, we came back and we had the newest member of the WSU roster, fresh out of the academy, Brittany Blake, taking on Ohio is for Killers, Nevaeh. Squash match of the night, honestly. Again, another match where I think they could have given a little bit more time to. This match only went almost 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 54 seconds. It was a Divas match. It was a WWE Divas match. And I'm not calling Nevaeh or Brittany Blake WWE Divas. You know, unlike them, these girls can actually kick some ass. But anyway, it's one of those things where I just sit there and I go, I digress. So, excuse me. Now after that we go on to the WSU World Tag Team title match. Cunts, or chicks using nasty tactics as they're called, Kimberly and Annie Social took on the team of Veda Scott and a WSU original, the boy diva Rick Cataldo. Another story I'll go into when I do the review for Queen and King, but it was just so funny. My dad had to ask me a question about him since he was sitting right next to us with Naya, and I just couldn't help but start cracking up. But anyway, Cunts ended up winning. Then after that, I kind of just hang my head in shame. Out came the juicy product, David Starr and JT Dunn. For those of you who don't know, these guys, for some reason, indie wrestling are putting these guys over. Why, I honestly don't know. I personally don't get these guys. Like I said, they came out, they challenged them. To give you an idea, these guys have, as of right now, at this point, when they're doing this match, they have 3 different companies' tag team titles. They've got the CZW World Tag Team titles. They have the NYWC World Tag Team titles. And they have the FIP World Tag Team titles. And, oh damn. And I'm watching Raw if anybody's interested, and I just saw Claudio kind of go back to his old CZW roots by throwing chairs at Kofi Kingston. And for anybody who is interested, Big E, to let you guys know where I'm recording this, Big E just pinned Claudio Castagnoli, Cesaro, whatever you want to call them. Although I'm going to kind of put a WWE note in this for a minute, you can kill me if you want, but I honestly, looking at this now, since there's Kofi and Big E in the ring, I could see them becoming a new tag team and a new force to be reckoned with in WWE. You know, maybe take the tag belts off of the Usos. Not saying I don't like the Usos, but, you know, I'll make a different story about that. So anyway, back to indie wrestling. So the juicy product comes out, and they end up challenging Kimberly and Annie. And for some reason, they thought it would be good to put these 2 guys over. Again, why? I don't know. I personally cannot stand them. So now we go into our Main event, a match that I honestly wish I could have been there to see live, but it was just as good watching, if you will, live on iPay-per-view. That was for the WSU World Championship. LuFisto versus the baddest bitch in the land, the walking episode of Cops, Mickey motherfucking Knuckles. Okay? I've said it once, I'll say it again. I am a huge Mickey Knuckles mark. So pretty much, just awesome match. Back and forth. You see not so much ultra-violent spots, but you definitely see hardcore. These two girls went back to what they used to do in IWA Mid-South, and when they had their match in CZW. Again, this is something I wish I could have been there live to see. But LuFisto did come out the winner. As much as I would have loved to see Mickey win the belt, WSU is also being smart. They're putting their money in LuFisto. I hope they keep using Mickey. She's definitely a great asset to the company. But that is it for United. So, you know what? I'm going to stop this video here because we're at over 17 minutes already. And I will do a separate video for CZW. So, I'll see you in a few minutes. But other than that, I will see you ringside.